All of my purchases from the Nordstrom Anniversary Sale have all finally showed up, and I'm so excited to give you guys a little haul of my 2025 end sale damages. So let's get into it. Before we do though, if you're interested in anything you're going to see in today's video, all the products are going to pop up in this corner as long as they're still in stock. I'll find the links to everything also down in the description box if you'd like to go and shop them that way. I'll also have my sizing information down there so you can use that to gauge what sizes you might need. Starting off with this denim dress from Avec Les Filles, what really drew me to this dress in particular was just the design of it. I love the sort of bustier inspired bodice going on. I thought that that was so chic and just so like such an elevated and kind of sexy take on a denim dress. And denim, everything is having such a huge moment right now. Like denim on denim, like Canadian tuxedo looks, or like I've seen so many denim dresses lately. And so I just loved the A-line shape of this. It's super feminine. But here's the thing, I think Avec Les Filles runs a little small. I got this in my typical size 6, and though I can make it work, it is tight, especially in the chest and the waist area. So I don't know if that's just because I'm a little bloated right now or what the deal is, but like I literally could not even wear a bra with this because it like was too much in the dress to zip it up. So I went braless. I feel like my girls are like spilling over the sides of this, so probably needed an 8 in this. So if it's still in stock, definitely size up a size if you're interested in this, especially if you do have a larger chest like I do. You're probably going to want that extra wiggle room, but I love the little belt that comes with it. I think that is so cute. The A-line skirt is so nice and full. It drapes really nicely, and I love that this dress has pockets in it. Gotta love a dress with pockets. It's like an A+ dress, but I'm a little sad that the sizing is a little off for me. Okay, another thing that I grabbed in the sale is this little heart necklace. This was from Bauble Bar, and I believe it is sold out still. And I almost thought that it was going to be sold out for me. Sold out online in the first like 2 days before the influencer access started. But then when I went and did my first in-store try-on, I don't know if you guys watched that one when I was at the Grove, but they had one of these hanging in the jewelry department, and I snapped this up so fast. It is such a bummer that this is sold out because I think this is such a fun little necklace. It's got actually a really good weight to it. I love the like ribbing detail in the heart, the sort of chunky chain, and I think it makes a really cute piece to layer with a bunch of different other fun necklaces of various chunkiness or daintiness, if you will, and it also just looks really good when worn on its own. So hopefully it comes back in stock, but I'll try to find some alternative necklaces that have a similar look if you really are dying to get your hands on something like this and you want something that looks pretty similar. All right, another piece from Avec Les Filles. I always love their stuff in the sale. It's always super cute, but like the dress, I really feel like this runs a little bit small. I got this in a small, which I feel like a lot of the brands at Nordstrom, I can tend to wear smalls. With jackets and shirts, I can be anywhere from a small to a medium, just depending on the brand and how it fits. So I guess it isn't like completely out of the ordinary that this would be really tight, but I can barely move my arms in this. You know, like you guys familiar with Chris Farley, the whole like fat guy in a little coat. That's how I feel in this blazer. I like just feel like I'm gonna bust the seams on the sleeves because I'm trying to move my arms and I'm so inhibited. So that's a huge bummer. But otherwise, it fits really nice, strangely. Like the buttons in the front, I can button them and it fits over my hips just fine. I feel like it fits like nice in the shoulders somehow. It's just strangely really tight across like the back and the arms. So maybe size up in this too. It also couldn't hurt because if it does end up having a little bit of that oversized look, it's going to look really cute and really chic. I do really love this blazer. I love the different patterns that are sort of mixed here, the sort of patchwork look to it. It's definitely got a different vibe for a blazer. I certainly don't have a blazer anything like this in my wardrobe, which is why I wanted to pick it up. So unfortunately, this one's going to have to go back because I cannot cope in a jacket in which I cannot move. But if you can get your hands on this, I highly recommend just sizing up. This blouse I got, and I'm so happy it didn't sell out because I remember in my Nordstrom Anniversary preview video, I was really nervous about that because a lot of the things that I love end up selling out quick. I think that's because I have good taste. But this, though, I have mixed feelings about it in person. It looked so pretty on the model, and I think it looks so beautiful in person. First of all, let me just say, the details on it are gorgeous. I love all the lace, the different types of lace that's in it. The really intricate lace on like the cuff of the sleeve is really beautiful. It is a really pretty shirt. But when I put it on, I felt a little House on the Prairie. You know what I mean? And not in a great way. It just felt a little bit too, you know, Laura Ingalls Wilder for me. So I don't know if I'm going to keep this. You guys let me know if I'm crazy. I mean, I think it could be really cute. Maybe if I styled it up with some flares and went for like a fun, like fall boho look, it could really work. But right now, I'm just not feeling it. I think I just feel, yeah, Laura Ingalls Wilder, and that's not my vibe. So, that one might have to go back. It also does fit a little bit tight, so I would maybe recommend sizing up in this shirt. It's not the end of the world. I could make this small work, but I think a medium, I would just have a little bit more extra room for my arms to be able to move more freely. This blouse was a little bit of like an impulse buy when I was placing my order. I saw this on Treasure and Bond and I was like, you know what? The price is right. Let's throw it in the cart and see how it goes. And I honestly think this might be one of my favorite pieces that I actually bought, and I might end up keeping it because I think it's such a beautiful little delicate blouse. Very much similar to the one before, has some really nice intricate embroidery and detailing in it. Um, but because it's kind of like more open, I don't feel like so covered up, and it doesn't make me feel so prairie girl. You know what I mean? So I love that it has the little bows that tie in the front, but some of you all might be nervous about that. Like, what if the bow accidentally comes untied and I'm just flashing everybody? You don't have to worry about that with this shirt because it has a little hidden button at each point where it's tied. So the button is really what's securing the shirt to be closed, not the little bow tie. So that is just an extra little added layer of security that's built into the shirt to make it just even better. I like to untie the last one and unbutton it, the top one I should say, and sort of more loosely tie that one so it has a little bit more of a cutout in the bust line to give it a little bit more of a peekaboo of skin. I just think that's a little bit more of an interesting way to wear it than have it tied all the way up the front. But I have been seeing so many blouses lately that have this sort of style where you've got the little 3 bow ties in the front. I love the little peplum hem. It's super stretchy. It's got a lot of elastic in it. And then in the, bit that's up on like top of your bust, also a lot of elastic. The sleeves are really dramatic and voluminous with those beautiful eyelet cutout details. So stunning. And then of course the ends of the sleeves are nice and elastic. This, I think, is such a beautiful, perfect blouse for fall. For those of you like me who live in more warm climates, you can't really be wearing sweaters until like maybe October, November, even December. But this kind of has that fall look without overheating you because the color, that nice rich mustard color, just screams fall to me. So for those of you warm weather location girlies, this might be a great little fall find where you can get the fall vibes and not sweat your butt off while doing it. All right, I mentioned this in my preview recommendations video. This is the MAC Midnight Maximal Lip Combo, and I got it in the color pink, as I said I would. The reason why I wanted this is because the lip liner that comes with this set is the color Soar, which has been my go-to lip color for several years at this point. One of my girlfriends, who's also an actor, I was watching her in a movie and I loved her lip color. I texted her and I'm like, what lip are you wearing in this movie? And she's like, it's a lip liner. It's from MAC. It's called Soar. It's perfect. Usually what I'll do is I'll just take it and line my lips. And then if I want a really subtle look, I'll just take a lip brush and like brush out and blend in the lip liner into my natural lips and then throw a little gloss over the top. But what I love about this is I've been kind of looking for a lipstick that would perfectly match Soar so that I could do that full on lip look. And so this is such a great duo. The lip color that they include in this is Mare, which is such a good like mauvey pink. And I think the color combination together just works so well. Soar is like slightly darker than Mare, and it just gives you that nice definition with the lip liner. And then, this nice cream matte lipstick. So it has that matte finish, but it doesn't feel like dry. And I feel like it doesn't make your lips look like super awful like some matte lipsticks can. MAC is just such a great go-to brand. I've been wearing MAC for many years. They never let me down. So I'm glad that I now have like the full-on lip duo, and I was kind of running low on my Soar lip pencil anyway. So this was definitely a must-have beauty stock-up purchase for me. Moving on to this open edit dress. You might have seen me try this on in one of my store try on videos. I'm wearing this in a medium and I'm so glad I ordered it in a medium. I thought about getting it in a small, but I knew because of the shape of this dress that I was probably going to need a medium. And here's what I mean by it. This dress is a shift dress, which means it's kind of cut more boxy. And when you are someone who is curvier like me, you really have to think about the size that you get when you get something like a shift dress, because shift dresses are supposed to kind of fit boxier. They're supposed to just kind of like, go skim over your body. They're not really supposed to hug your curves a super lot. So when I do see a shift dress that I like, I tend to size up with the fact in mind that if I took my regular size, it might not give the right look, if you will. This dress is so fun. It's super cute. If you know me, then you know that I love leopard print. I count it as a neutral. And I think this is just a perfect dress that you could wear immediately right now, but also into the fall. Put some black opaque or sheer leggings underneath it with some boots or some heels and it like, a jacket or a sweater over the top. And it can really transition so easily from the summer into fall, even into winter, depending on how you style it. So such a great affordable dress. They also have it in black and like a light periwinkle blue. And it definitely, I would say, is pretty true to size. But again, think about your body shape. And if you know that you are a little bit more on the curvy side, if you're an hourglass or if you're a pear shape, you probably want to size up to accommodate the curves, if you know what I mean. Okay, now moving on to these Vince Camuto boots. I also recommended these in my anniversary sale preview video, and I'm so glad I got my hands on these. Like I said in that video, I really have been needing a good pair of just knee-high black boots that are just simple. I don't really have a pair, and this is such a great classic pair. What I love about these is, first of all, they have this nice little chunky heel, and it's not very tall at all. I mean, I want to say it's like maybe 3 inches. I'm going to say maybe that's 2.5 inches. So super easy to walk in. The leather itself feels like butter. And it has a little zipper on the side to make it even easier to get in and out of the boots. The gold zipper that says Vince Camuto, it's gorgeous hardware on there. It also has a little bit of a little stretchy panel right there on the inside to accommodate if you do have bigger calves. I feel like these could potentially be good for somebody with bigger calves. I don't think mine are particularly big, but you can see in the cutaway of me wearing them, they do seem to have some room around the calf area. So that makes me feel like there's extra room for those of you who do have a bit more of a calf going on. I don't know how I feel about the shape of these on. I thought that they were going to be a little bit more tight fitting to the leg. They are a little bit more of like a boxier sort of shaft rather than fitted. So I don't know if that's what I was looking for, but I do love them. They're very comfortable. I love that they have a pointed toe, but the pointed toe is not like so exaggerated that it's uncomfortable to wear. It's like a nice, doable pointed toe. And then the soles of them are gorgeous, even though no one's going to see them. And they're going to get marked up as soon as you start wearing them on the street. But I just love the little details that they include sometimes. It's really, really nice. And of course, these are 100% leather boots for $150 for the construction of them and for the fact that they're such a great classic style. I think that is such a steal, and you'll be wearing these for years. Went ahead and grabbed the Levi's barn jacket, another thing that I recommended in my sale preview video. I did try this on in store in a medium because I was curious to see if the medium was going to fit better than the small. And when I did the one in the medium, I liked it. It was a little bit oversized. It wasn't crazy, but now that I have the small, I'm so glad that I actually purchased the small because it fits perfectly. I personally don't really like my stuff to be super oversized. I know that that's been kind of a trend for a while, but I think for my body type, being curvier, wearing things that are oversized just make me look bigger. You know what I mean? Maybe that was the years that I spent as a teenager in the early 2000s, still messing with my brain. If you are around my age, then you probably can, relate. But I just tend to like more fitted things on my frame because I think it's just more flattering. And this is great. It zips up. If I want to close it and zip it, perfectly zips. It's not too tight around my hips because, it is kind of a lower jacket. I love all the pockets. It's very utilitarian. I especially love the little pockets that are like up near the chest. I think that's such a fun touch. And then I love the little contrast corduroy collar that goes with like the brown of the rest of the coat. It's not super heavyweight, so it's not going to keep you super warm on cold days, but you could layer underneath it, especially if you wanted to go a size up. But for me, it's really the perfect weight jacket for the fall. And I love it with this outfit with the leopard print dress and the boots because it just adds this juxtaposition of like kind of grittiness or utilitarian vibes to an outfit that otherwise feels very like, I don't know, dressy or sassy. It kind of brings it down a little bit, kind of like messing with that wrong jacket theory. I don't know if you've heard of it, where it's where you pair a jacket with an outfit that you wouldn't necessarily, and it kind of provides a little bit more of a visual contrast, makes it a little bit more interesting style-wise. So this, I think, is a great example of that, and a great example of how this is such a versatile coat. I know it looks like a man's work jacket, but I'm wearing it with this super girly outfit, and it still works too. So I think the barn jacket is going to continue to be a huge trend this fall and winter. So if you want to get in on it, this Levi's one is a great one to grab. All right, well, that is everything that I bought this year from the Nordstrom Anniversary Sale, and this concludes my end sale 2025 content. I really hope you all enjoyed my coverage of the sale this year. If you have any comments or suggestions on what you would love to see me do differently next year, I would love to hear from you. Leave me a comment down below and let me know, because I'm here for y'all. And again, everything that you watched, everything that you saw today is linked down in the description box, so you can go find it down there. If you want to check out some of my in-store try-ons that I did, I will put those videos right here so you can go and check those out next. Please subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. I'll see you over here on one of these, and if not, I'll see you on the next video. Bye!